So I just spent a good hour taking a nice shower, washing my hair, doing a spiritual bath, refreshing. And I want to talk to you guys a little bit about my experience, second time experience at the International African Arts Festival in Brooklyn. I went there yesterday and actually went live twice when I was there. I wanted to capture more of the event. However, my phone kept giving me this warning saying that my battery was running hot, because it was hot as hell yesterday. But I was feeling it. I was loving it because I hadn't been out in a good while outside, like being able to really absorb the sun in that capacity. Given that New York is weird. New York seasons are weird a little bit in 2022, right? So I feel like we're gonna get less summer. We got a long winter that kind of carried over through spring. We were still wearing like coats back in like March and April, right? And almost nearly in May. So now that we finally are full force summer, I'm just really loving the vibes. And it was great vibes out there in Brooklyn yesterday at the festival. I really enjoyed myself, and I'm happy that I went, because I was debating on whether or not I should go or if I should just stay home and just chill and relax. But I'm glad I went out there. I'm going to show you guys some items that I purchased. Now, funny thing, I went out there with a budget in mind. So I took out $200 in cash from my ATM. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to stick to this, right? I went over. I'm going to tell you guys how much I spent at the festival. I did, unfortunately, go over my budget, my spending limit. But I feel like the items that I got were well worth it. And so, one of these items I got was this pack of incense, which I've never tried before. So I'm trying these out here on this live for the very first time. And he said that they are called oud. They're oud incense, which means they are more high quality, and they come from the bark, I would say, of a tree, he's saying. Or they come from a tree. So I'm like, all right, because I smelled it. I was drawn to his booth table just by the aroma of the incense. I'm a big connoisseur of incense. I've been on incense though for many, many years. Way back when I was young. So, ooh, this is pretty potent. So I'm gonna start with these, and then I'm gonna take this off my head and do something with my hair. I was gonna do like a 2-for-1 and give you guys an update on my freeform lock journey, but I guess I can squeeze that in here. So this is what the package looks like. And this guy says he's from the South. I can tell by his accent. And so he said he was going to Miami following this festival, because they just have so much things going on across the U.S. So apparently there's another festival happening in Miami that he's going to be headed to. But I think, where do you say he's from? Maryland, I think. Yeah. He's from MD. And yeah, I met so many wonderful people. And so I think this is the thing, right? Because you hear people say, oh, it wasn't that good. Not this particular event, but when they go out, right? Or they go to a party or whatever, they go to a social event. And sometimes people complain like, people there were a certain kind of way. They were stuck up, or they were this, they were that. No, what I realized is that the universe speaks in energy. That's the language of the universe. And that's how people respond. That's how the universe responds, right? So if you come with good positive vibes and good energy, that's how the universe is going to reflect that back to you. Whatever you bring, the universe is going to bring back, right? So when I go out and I'm interacting with people, especially my own people, black people, I make a conscious effort to, first of all, clear any negative thoughts that I have in my mind, right? Because sometimes we come with this negative energy, right? Like from whatever experiences that we've had, just from work, right? Just being burnt out from work and tired, and we bring this energy with us everywhere we go. And that's how people are going to respond to our energy. And so you wonder why you have negative encounters. It's because, check your energy. And so I make sure I do that. I make a conscious effort to do that when I'm going out and I know I'm going to be interacting with, especially my own people. And I had a great time. I met a lot of very beautiful souls out there at the International African Arts Festival yesterday. I felt so good. I was pouring out good energy, good vibes, just mingling and having fun and getting to know people. And so, yes, I think I'm going to go back probably today. Tomorrow is the last day. And I know I kept saying John Legend is going to be there. I was mixing him up with Life Jennings, you guys. It's Life Jennings, not John Legend. So I was like, oh my gosh, it's not, I wish John Legend, but Life Jennings is just as good though. A little different type of music, but anyway. So this guy, yo, he was tall as shit, and we was vibing. Like, every vendor that I purchased from, I was vibing with him. We was talking for a good minute. Especially, I think it's just my energy and just how, like, I was dressed and just how I present. Like, I present as very friendly and approachable. I didn't ask him how many come, but I think they are kind of thick. Ooh, yo, this... Why does it smell like my grandma's house? Yo, alright. So, I'm going to put this here. This is how they come. Now, this is my very first time. How many come in here? Maybe 20? It's like about 20 of them, right? So these are the sticks. I'm just going to burn one for now. They are slow burning. So initially he told me it was 25. And by the time I reached his booth, I had already did a lot of shopping. I'm going to show you guys what I got. But by the time I reached this guy's booth, I already had like bags with me. So I had overspent essentially my budget by the time I got at his booth. So he was telling me these were going for $25, which I didn't really have a problem paying, but I didn't have any more cash. And then I'm just like, do I really want to pay $25 for this? And so he saw that I was kind of ambivalent about it. And so he was like, you know what? Here you go. Take these. And he was like, just give me $15. And yeah, I paid $15 for these. So, okay. I think they come Cambodian. They come from Cambodia. Most of the incense that I buy come from India. Now, why Indian man be hitting on me here on Facebook? Why is that? Alright, let's see how they burn. So I saw how they burn like outside yesterday. He said they burn much better inside. So let's see. Let's see what they're working with. I like fire. Oh my gosh. Oh shoot. Look at this. And I like the stem. Wait, I just noticed. Even the stem is different. Alright, let's see what they're working with. Alright, let me do something to my hair because I'm about to try on some pieces that I got here. Yo, I had to wash my locks because first of all, I work in the hospital. And so I'm realizing since I've been working in the hospital, I wash my locks more frequently than what I normally would have. Not working there. I have to. And my locks are definitely getting long. So you guys are getting a 2-for-1 special here. Little freeform lock update and a shopping haul unveiling. Who's tuning in? Who's watching? Rose water. I love this spray. I actually bought a smaller bottle for the patients where I work, and I share it with them. And they love it. I started these, when did I start these? Back, I think, was it August 2020? I think so. Basically, it was the year I moved back to New York City from LA when I started my freeform locks, and I decided to do it because I'm like, why not? I'm like, why not? I think I had got tired of like just manipulating my hair and twisting my locks. So I'm like, you know what? I'm about to go freeform. Alright. Good reflexes. So I use this to style my hair. This is the best right here. I used to use Ampro styling gels black, but now I use this. I like the consistency of it, and it definitely molds well with my hair. So I just sleek a little bit like on my edges. Like so. You guys saw me do this before. I'm just doing this. I gotta style my hair because I'm about to try on some pieces. And yo, my hair takes like forever to dry. It takes like a whole 2 days at least minimum to dry. So I think it'll dry faster if I go out in the hot sun today. And there's this chair you guys saw me sitting in my video that I made when I was live at the festival yesterday. I was sitting in this wooden chair. It was folding. And I really wanted to get, I think it was like only $80. And I'm like, yo, I need to come back and get this chair. I just felt that it was very comfortable. Definitely my style. Get them edges smoothed in like that. Funny enough, I really don't like styling my hair, but I've gotten a habit of doing so because I work. I think if I didn't go into work, I would not be styling my hair. Alright, I gotta go back because so it's still wet, but I need to pull it up for this video here. Oh my gosh, I love the smell of those incense. You can smell the wood in it. Ah, I love it. Alright. I need to give me some more like scrunchies too. I always say the best buns are made when I'm not looking at the mirror. I'm not looking at it, I just do it. Comes out better that way. For some odd reason, like what is that about? It's wet. Alright. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That'll work. I'm definitely going outside today. I usually like to go out. Yo, why like it's about to rain? It was supposed to rain, I think Friday, and it was supposed to rain on Saturday, right? But it didn't. It was like really cloudy out. But yeah, when I wash my hair, it's better when I let it air dry. You can tell my hair getting long because look at the size of my bun. Yeah, my bun did not look like that before. Alright. That'll work. I feel like I need to wash my hands. Oh, give me a second. Or I just use this towel. I'm glad I bought those incense. I was reluctant at first. I was like, nobody. I'm not paying no $25 for no incense. I'm like, wait a minute. I usually buy my incense like $5 a pack at most. And even the incense I buy for $5 a pack, they're high quality. But I'm glad I did though. I'm glad I did. Alright. So let's move forward. So I'm trying to remember the first thing I purchased. The first thing I actually purchased was jewelry. But I'm going to try the jewelry on last. And the guy that I purchased the jewelry from, yo, he was so nice. It was from Gambia, and I was telling him that I have a friend that's also from Gambia. I just like Africans, period. Yo, these Africans I come across, men and women. They're so friendly. I think that's why I be buying from them so much. People are asking me like, yo, you buy a lot of African attire. Man, I can't help it. First of all, it's beautiful. Second of all, I just like the people that I buy from. They like me too. So one thing I like about, this is a dress. I'm about to try this on. One thing I like about this dress is that you can resize it, the straps. You can adjust the straps. So it has like, we'll see. I'm going to try it on and see how it fits. But yes, honey. This dress was speaking to me. It definitely was. Who's tuning in? How are you guys doing this Sunday? It's beautiful Sunday. Yesterday when I went live, when I was doing my video on would I become a dominatrix slave owner or slave master, I realized that I mistakenly said that yesterday was Sunday. I was like, happy Sunday. But it was a sunny ass day. Hold on. Yo. Okay. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. They have like a little slip attached. Alright. So this is, see how this looks on me. I like earth tone colors too. Yes, honey. Yes. And I ordered a bathing suit, and I realized I ordered the bathing suit 7 days ago. So I sent the company a message like, yo, where the fuck my shit at? I ordered it internationally too. So hopefully they respond. Let me know where my motherfucking bathing suit is at, because I want to go to the pool. Okay then. I'm so sorry. My little Maasai warrior painting. Alright. Almost got knocked over my chair. There you go. Alright. Oh, it fits. Seemed like just perfectly. Like it was made just for me. Look at this. But yeah, y'all, I'm gonna show y'all when I get my wait, here it is. It has a liner inside. Pull that down first. Okay, I love it. I love it. And it has like some patchwork. Little pocket here. Perfect, perfect. I'm loving this. Oh, yo, it comes all the way down to my feet. So I saw this other vendor. She had on this very thick material. It was a top she was wearing and some pants and jeans. She's basically overdressed. And then she was asking me, what did I get? A lot of people was asking me, what did I purchase? I guess they were just curious to see, because I have these 2 big ass bags. Well, actually 3 bags I was walking around with. And I was showing them, I took out my items and showed them what I purchased. And she was like, oh, this is nice. Hey, where did you get it from? I had to go over there and buy me one because it was hot. She was definitely overdressed. Other vendor was definitely overdressed. But I like it. Hey. Alright. I'm trying the next one. Or should I put on my jewelry? So my hair is stripping. It takes a while for my hair to dry. Alright, let me pull out the jewelry. I feel like now is a good time to try on my jewelry. Hold on. My light went out, guys. My light does it. I think I have a weak cord. I think that's what it is. While we're doing this, you guys feel free to share where you guys are tuning in from. design. Technical difficulties here. Alright, I'm about to try on the jewelry next. So I feel like it's like in the 80s. Not quite the 90s, but close enough. Oh, so this dress I got from San Julie's. I have a website, sanjulies.com. But I got this from the festival yesterday. And I'm afraid to tell you guys how much I spent. I don't really like doing that. I was telling some people yesterday, some other vendors, like, I was showing them what I purchased at other vending. And then I was telling them how much I spent, and they were like, oh, this is nice. And so I told them how much I spent, and they're looking at me like, they didn't say nothing, no comment. I'm just like, what, is that too much? Is that too much? Sometimes you lose, what do you call it? Like your perspective changes as your affordability changes, right? So, you know, I may, let's say years ago, I may have looked at something as too expensive. But as my income changes, right, and my affordability changes, it's like, oh, this is a good price, right? Because it's all in proportion to how much you're able to afford, how much money you make. I'm like, honestly, I think this dress is worth it. But you know what? I feel like, okay, $65. Let me know in the comments if you think that this dress is worth $65. Now, material, I don't know, what kind of material is this? What do you call this? I don't know. I'm not good at material names. Alright, so let's transition. So the next thing I got, yo, I love this guy. So he's from Gambia, which they call the smiling coast of Africa. And I have a friend, he's Gambian. My hair is dripping. Wet. It's going to take like a whole 2-3 days for my hair to dry. The longer my hair gets, the longer it takes to dry. So this is a necklace. I did not try this on. But y'all think this can fit over my head? Let's try it. Because if not, I'm like, oh, love. Oh, it fits. Ah, yes, I love it. This is my first time having a necklace like this. So I told myself, and you guys saw in the video, that the goal obviously is to support black owned. And the festival is pretty much 99% African black people, vendors. And also my other goal was to buy things that I haven't purchased already, like I don't already own. Now I do have some bracelets similar to this, but they're a different design. I don't remember. Did you tell me where the bracelets come from? I love. We used to make bracelets like this, I remember back in grade school. Who remembers these interwoven bracelets? Me like. They were telling me I should go to Africa. I say I am. As soon as I feel comfortable paying $1,000 for the freaking plane ticket. You know, when you haven't purchased something like that before, you're like, wait a minute. I feel kind of uncomfortable. So this is the next thing I got from them. Check this out, though. I love it. When I saw this, I was like, damn. Damn, this is hard not to get this. So this is made of brass, and it has some weight on it. Definitely has some weight on it. And he told me that this is from the Ivory Coast. And that's all you guys. So the dress was $65. This jewelry here. So I got 3 bracelets. And I got 2 necklaces. Altogether, $105. Not too bad. At least I convinced myself. Not bad at all, right? So this necklace here, which I was trying to decide if I should get it because I'm like, yo, how often can I wear this given I work 5 days a week at the hospital? And it's a psychiatric hospital, so, you know, it's pretty secure. And the patients there are there for a reason. They're definitely there for a reason. They are there for psychiatric reasons related to being a danger to themselves and other people. And so something like this would be considered a risk, right? A hazard. But I've worn jewelry similar, like African jewelry. But I'm like, how often could I wear this? It would be like only on the weekends. And then even then I wouldn't even wear it. That's what I was thinking. Like, should I buy this? Because how often am I going to get a chance to wear this? Probably not that often. But I like the sound. Ooh. Alright, so this was $75. This is the most I think I've ever spent. Oh, wait a minute. You know what? Take that back. I think... Hey, let me show you guys this other piece. I have so much jewelry. I actually did a whole separate video unveiling my African pieces that I have. Where's my other necklace? So this piece right here comes from Mali. But I got this at the Pan-African Film Festival in Los Angeles. The very last one that I went to, which was in 2020, right before the pandemic happened. I think I paid $80 for this. So this actually might be the most expensive piece of jewelry that I've ever purchased. But I like this. I don't get a chance to wear it that often. I've actually wore it to work. And then my other pieces, my Kenyan Maasai warrior necklaces, those big colorful circles that I showed you guys in one of my other videos. I haven't worn those yet. I want to, but I haven't got a chance to wear them. Alright, so this jewelry comes from Jawara African Beads, which he was telling me that he's also in Soho. I'm like, you know what, I probably saw you before. His name is Aji Jawara. He's from Gambia. But this piece comes from the Ivory Coast. The Ivory Coast is in West Africa. I like. Alright, so let me show you guys the next piece, which is, I would say, probably my most favorite piece, my most favorite item that I purchased yesterday. Alright, so this is right here, you guys. And I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I was a bit embarrassed yesterday when I was trying on this next piece I'm about to show you guys. Why? Because y'all know your girl kind of thick, right? So the first one I tried on was a medium. And I'm like, okay, it's kind of tight fitting. I was like doing my arms like this. It's kind of tight fitting. And I know I have kind of broad shoulders. Like my structure is pretty tall and broad in a way. I'm kind of built like an athlete. People ask me, like, do I play sports? Like, nah, no, I don't play no sports. But, so, I tried the medium, and I'm, like, doing this. I'm like, okay, nah, I'm about to go a size up, right? And I was trying to take off the medium. And, yo, I got stuck. I needed some help taking off that freaking piece, right? And so then I went to an extra large. She gave me extra large. I'm like, nah, that's too big. I don't want that much room up top, right? And so then I tried on this one, and this is a large. And I'm like, yes, honey, it's made just for me, honey. Yes. Perfect. See, enough room. I can do this. I can stretch out my arms. Right? Buy something, especially you know you're going to spend good money on it. It got to be right. So I like this. And maybe I should have taken this dress off so you guys can really see how this looks. But basically it has opens. It has slits on each side here. And I believe it has one in the back. Yeah, there's a slit in the back. I'm like, okay then. Me like. Oh, and did I forget to mention it has pockets. And this was made in Ghana. So I got all kind of African countries I'm wearing right now. This dress, you know what? I can't remember. Did she say where the dress was made? This dress. It kind of reminds me of one of the dresses made like in Nepal. But this overcoat was made in Ghana. This jewelry here is Ivory Coast. I'm not sure where this was made. These are beads. I like the color of these beads. And then the bracelets. The bracelets is giving me Ivory Coast. And my hair is dripping. It's going to be dripping like this for a while. Alright. Let me take off this. See, I'm able to take this off without assistance. Yo, the medium I had on, I had to get assistance. I was like, this is so embarrassing. And then the person, the vendor, he made a joke. It was like, festival stories. Anna Tico. Made in Ghana. And this is a large, as you guys can see. Alright. Take off this. So this got some weight on it, for real. I think I might go back to get that chair I was sitting in. The chair was $80. The folding wooden chair. Now the other chair, the black and white one, I really like those. And you guys didn't get to see like the detail of it. Of the black and white one, but that one was $2,500 as a pair. I'm like, it's nice and all, but I don't think I've ever spent $2,500 on a chair. Shit, I don't think I spent $2,500 on a furniture set, let alone a chair set. But the chair set was cute though. I'm just saying, it was cute. I am looking forward to the day when I move into a house so that I can definitely redecorate and just be able to spread out my things even more, because I grew into this space. Now the space is becoming smaller because I have so many paintings and African art pieces hanging up, which is nice, right? Like I'm surrounded by Africa essentially, but I definitely feel like, yeah, it's time for increase. I feel like, listen, the universe is not going to give me all these things if it's not time for me to increase. I could just pull this off this way. Simple. Keep it simple, Danielle. Keep it simple. Alright, so I'm going to take this off and I'm going to try on this outer piece. Might be better to look at as opposed to having this on because there's so many colors. But yeah, I'm loving this. This is what we need right here for the summertime. And it has a liner underneath. So for the girls who want to wear a thong, you can do so. Because it has a liner underneath it. but I don't wear thongs anymore. I used to. I feel like all the stuff that women do now, I did way back when in my teenage years, well before my time, well before I should have. And so now it's just like I don't have an interest in wearing thongs or makeup or earrings. I did all of that. I grew up really fast. I did all of that shit back when I was a teenager. So that's how that works. Alright, so let me try this on. I feel like it's quality made too, just looking at the material, the way it's sewn. That's something I look at when I buy pieces, like clothing pieces. I have to inspect it. Because not every tailor does a good job. But yeah, I can tell this tailor is she does great work. And I met her, like she was the vendor there who sold this to me. And she actually was working with a customer, like sizing her measurement so that she can make a piece tailored to her size for her. She was there. You guys, if you're in New York or close by, I encourage you guys, head on out there for real. It's worth it. Alright, so yes, honey. Yeah. It's cute, yo. But you know what? With that back open like that, I like it though. It's different. You see how the back is made with the slit? So my challenge was to buy pieces that I don't already have or something different, right? Like drastically different from things I already have, because I don't want to be buying the same things. I buy so much of African attire, so I don't have a piece like this. I don't own anything like this or even remotely similar to it. Now it doesn't have buttons, so it's just like kind of like just like a throw piece. I forget what one of the ladies call it. Turn the collar up like that. Hey. They had a fashion show yesterday, but by the time the fashion show started at 4 o'clock, I think I got there around 1-ish. I was exhausted, so I didn't go to the fashion show. And I'm walking around in these flip-flops, and I was wearing a skirt with a t-shirt, and I felt like I was comfortable when I got there, but yo, by the time I walked around, and I had then circumnavigated the freaking festivals a couple times, I'm like, yo, it's time to go. It's time to go. And I wanted to buy some food. I wanted to buy some Jamaican jerk food, some chicken, from this vendor who allowed me to sample. But she didn't take debit. And I knew I would run into that problem where I wanted to buy some things from certain vendors and they didn't take debit card. That's the reason why I went to my bank beforehand, before I left Upper East Side, and I got cash out. Well, I only got $200, and I spent that very quickly. So, the first thing I got was that jewelry. That jewelry that I showed you guys came up to $105. So, it was that $75 brass necklace from the Ivory Coast, and then the other pieces came up to $30. Right? So, that's $105. This piece was $100. I ended up paying with this piece with my card though. But the cash items that I purchased was this jewelry, that dress that I just took off, and then the incense. And I actually donated, so they're taking donations like at the entranceway, and I donated $5 to the actual festival. So yeah, that pretty much took up my cash money, and then the remainder I ended up spending on my card, which I'm going to show you guys. This last item that I purchased, which is essentially a festival t-shirt. I'm about to pull it out. But yeah, I wanted to get some food, and then I was hungry and I was thirsty, and I stopped at this one vendor where she was selling some like detox drinks, right? And it's supposed to like enliven you and refreshen you with very refreshing drinks. But I tasted a sample, and I'm like, it's kind of sweet. It had aloe in it. And I'm like, you know what? I think it will be good to sell this in terms of a package, right? Like you bottle these She said it wouldn't work because if you bottle aloe, it kind of turns into algae and it's not good, right? It's like it basically ends up, what do you call the word? It's like biodegradable, essentially. So she said that wouldn't be a good idea, but I'm like, in an event like this, when we're talking about outdoors and there's a lot of people, and that's the thing, like for me, I like to just pour into people, right? So I'm going by just, sharing my good energy and sharing things that I know with the vendors. And so I'm giving her tips, especially as a business owner myself, and having some insight. I'm like, at an event like this, it's hot. People are looking for, when it comes to refreshments and drinks, water is essential. There was a vendor out there selling coconut, like raw, unadulterated coconut juice, right, from the coconut. That's a good idea. Something like that, or just pure water, or those drinks that you package into bottles, like something like that is more helpful. But how she packaged it, it was just like in a cup with a straw. I'm like, that ain't gonna work. And then she had competition next door to her. That don't work. I don't want to take this off, but okay. The same thing just happened now that happened to me when I was at the festival. It was weird and choppy for some reason, but we're back. Alright, so I have one more thing I'm gonna show you guys, and I'm about to jump on out of here because I do want to go check out the festival today again. Life Genesis is supposed to be there. Is it today or tomorrow? Check the schedule to see. My thing should not be saying trying to connect, I like the colors. I like the patterns. I like everything about this piece here. Alright. So, this is the, hold on, I got like so many flyers and handouts, and I wanted to actually go through those before I end this video here. Alright, you guys are shy. You guys just sit there and watch me. I don't understand. I think that's another reason why I don't really interact with people privately in my inbox like that. Y'all be trying to engage me, and I'm just like, what is your comment or question? I'm very short. Because listen, y'all don't be interacting here. Alright, check this shirt out. Y'all just be silent watching me, yo. I know it's mostly men. This shirt is different than the one I got last year. You guys got to go back and see the video that I made for the shirt I got last year from the festival. But this is the 2022 shirt. Let me take a look at this. So it has their logo at the top. Edembe means freedom. Oh, I like this picture here. Check out these dancers. And then it has the location, Brooklyn, New York. Brooklyn, New York, New York. I feel like that. Wait. So the spacing of these letters, I'm like, what is going on here? Right? It's not spaced appropriately. What's happening here? What's happening here? Alright. But yeah, I like the color. So they have different colors. And this shirt was, I think, $30. I ended up charging it to my card. My debit card. And this is a medium. So I like their logo. Check that out. But yeah, definitely good vibes. And I wonder if she still has the chair. I'm sure she does. She had like 4 advertised. So I want to go back and get that chair so I can sit in it here in my place and I can do videos from the chair. Opeyeme. Opeyeme, you're watching, and I guess you're just silently watching. All right, so this is from this organization called ANWO, African National Women's Organization. I'm gonna check them out. New membership meeting every month. It's good to get involved. I mean, if it's good organizations, right? So on the back here, they have the two most recent events: the Black woman in Roe versus Wade on June 24th. Let's see what they have to say about it. On June 24th, 2022, the U.S. Supreme Court overturned the 1973 Roe v. Wade decision, which made abortion a constitutional right. Now, instead of, so the decision made abortion a constitutional right, but it was overturned. So now they're leaving it up to each individual state to decide if they're going to allow people to legally get abortions. Now the legality of abortion will be decided to each U.S. state, essentially. So let me see what they say. This comes as no surprise since the decision leaked in May. Since then, many women have demonstrated their opposition to this impending reversal, while others began building legal opposition to abortion barriers in their states. ANWO recognizes that this decision will undoubtedly have a huge impact on African and other colonized women, but we also understand that this is just one of the many forms of attacks on our ability to produce and reproduce life for ourselves. How? I think black people just want to get involved in movements and they don't even understand why. Right? When people ask me, I was at my workplace and they're asking me, "Oh, what do you think about the decision?" I think it's good. I'm glad it got overturned because number one, there are too many black babies that are killed at the hands of abortion, right? And I know people say, "Oh, well, what about rape victims?" Okay, when you do the research and look at the statistics, I think it's a mere 5%. Now, any number is too many, right? When it comes to a person becoming pregnant as a result of being raped. I think it was less than 5% or 2%, a very small percentage of abortions are the result of rape, right? Or pregnancies leading to abortion are the result of rape. Right? Unwanted sex, right? The rest of those abortions we're talking about the black community. The rest of those abortions come from just people feeling they're not ready, right? And people wanting to place their goals, their individual goals, such as like going to school or getting a job or their career above having to take responsibility and take care of that child that they fucking laid up there and made, So I think that when states make abortion illegal, when it actually comes into full effect, it's going to force people to be a little bit more responsible. Yes, you have to be more responsible with your body, with the choices and decisions that you make. I don't think that's a bad thing, I actually was opposed to the whole Planned Parenthood and how it started based on this white woman who just basically had this idea to create this way of mass genocide on the black community. Like, that's not a good thing. But you see there's a lot of uproar from black women in the community because they're the main ones going out there getting the goddamn abortions. It's just like, I know people. I'm not putting no one's business out there, right? But I personally know people who have women who have done like 5 abortions, committed 5 fucking 5 abortions. Psychologically, just the toll of one abortion is insane, yo. Like what the psychological toll, the emotional toll that a woman goes through. And being pregnant with a child, that's a whole process in and of itself, right? That's a whole experience. And then for that to be go through this process of aborting that live being in your womb. So no, I'm not upset that this is happening. I think that, black women wanting to rise together and stand together with other women, especially white women. That's what's the uproar is coming from, and black women just want to join in. Like, we got other shit to be fighting against, right, and for. And I feel like this is very menial. by comparison to the other things that we should be standing up, making an uproar about. The fight to ensure we can truly make decisions about our bodies and rights to reproduce cannot be fully won under the colonial capital. And my thing is like, yo, ain't nothing new under the sun, right? So nothing can stop black people, African people. If we want to do something, we're going to do it. We're going to find a way to do it. There are so many underground abortion rings, yo. This is nothing, right? Not to say it's safe, but there are so many. So people really truly want to abort a baby, they're going to find a way. And the people have been doing it. Even those when abortion was legal, and women wanted to get rid of their baby, they don't oftentimes go to an abortion clinic. They find a way. They find someone in the community that does it, right? I've heard people take all kind of solutions, like by mouth. You know, it's different ways women have chosen to abort babies, and they're walking around like nothing ever happened. So I think we just be getting all like in a frenzy over nothing. This system of oppression and exploitation has robbed us for centuries of our motherhood and our humanity through the violence of slavery, colonialism, apartheid, Jim Crow, and every other iteration of colonial assault we can name. In 2022, we are still fighting against the kidnapping and transfer of our children. Mothers are losing their rights while the colonial state decides the fate of our children. This happens to hundreds of African mothers every day. Enough is enough. All you gotta do is go to another state where it's legal. We make an uproar about nothing. Enough is enough. The time is long overdue to mount a formidable anti-colonial response to the ongoing attacks on the rights of women. For African women who have long been subjected to the worst forms of colonially imposed contradictions, there is no other time than now to show your support. Nah, I'm not getting involved in an organization like this. I feel like we need to fight for something that we need to fight for. All right, the next one is Hands Off Black Families, Arrest TPS. Now, I'm with that. I don't like them coming in and disrupting families and taking away black children from their mothers or their fathers. So I can stand with that. International People's Democratic Uhuru Movement. They got so many movements. I'm gonna check these out. What do you guys think though about that? I feel like I'm over it. And then these are just business cards. So this is from the outer piece that I just took off. Anna Tico. This is her business card. She's an MD. Yeah, they had a black comic creator out there, which I thought was unique, this person here. However, the graphics were not high quality. I'm like, you gotta come with a better quality graphic, yo. Shit is all pixelated and blurry, you know. And this is print, you know. When it comes to like print, print is different than digital, you know. Like you may have a graphic that looks beautiful when it comes to it being digitally shown, you know, on a screen, but when it's printed, you have to increase those DPI. But yeah, I thought it was cool. I wanted to support them. Like, I don't want to buy a pixelated freaking comic book. So they had a lot of different vendors. I definitely want to go back. I feel like I covered most of the ground, but not all of the ground of all of the vendors that were there. There was this vendor, this team of, what do you call them? Of not Maasai. I haven't eaten breakfast yet, so my mind is drawing a blank. Malian. They were from Mali, these two guys. And they were so beautiful. They stood out. They were wearing like the garb, the Malian garb, the Malian mud cloth. They had a table full of those necklaces and jewelry pieces similar to what I just showed you guys with my neck piece I got from the Pan-African the Pan-African Film Festival in Los Angeles. And yo, that table, like, they had some nice things, but I'm like, you know what? By the time I reached them, I hadn't reached my budget, y'all. Like, I'm on a freaking budget. But perhaps next year my budget will increase. So this year my budget was 200. I think even last year I set it at 300. And funny enough, my budget last year was set at 300. But I only spent like 100, I think, and $20. This year my budget was set at 200 and I spent $315. Ironic. So next year, I don't know. My budget probably most likely it will increase because my salary is skyrocketing every single year. My salary has fucking, like, last year my salary tripled. This upcoming year it's gonna like double nearly. So this is a good thing. I feel like I'm in the right place. I've definitely chose the right profession. The other professions obviously that make significantly more money than what I'm making now, but I'm in a good space. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes for next year's budget at the International African Arts Festival. But I definitely want to go back and get some food. So either today or tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'm going to go out today or tomorrow. I might just chill today. But yeah, those brothers were so nice. And they didn't take debit. That was a drawback because I wanted to purchase something with my debit card. At that point, I had already spent all my cash. And they're like, oh, we don't really take cash. And they said that, I said, well, how long are you guys going to be here? I'm thinking that most of the vendors are local, like living in New York City. But they were like, no, we came here from Mali. I'm like, y'all here from Mali? Like, what? They came to the festival. They came here to the U.S., right, just to go to the festival from Mali. And they said they were going to be here for 20 days. I'm like, nice. But, yeah, they didn't have a machine or a way to take debit card payments. And so he was asking me, he was like, what are the banks here? And I told him, well, I have a particular bank. There are other banks too, but yeah, it's not, I don't think it's difficult to get a bank card. So something they can consider in the future. But yeah, they were beautiful. I also saw, check it out. So when I was standing at the stage listening to the drum players do their thing, and they were fire, those drums were nice, like those performances. And it was like a guy up there, I think he was like from the Caribbean islands or whatever, but he was tearing up that mic. I was like, hey, I can't remember the name of the song that he sung, but he ripped that shit. But when I was standing up there, guess who I saw? I saw Professor Smalls. I'm looking at his face. Now, I didn't reach out and say anything to him, but he did, he walked past me, then he came back and stood behind me, and he was taking pictures, and I'm just like, I know this person. So it's interesting to see like elders that I haven't met in person, face to face, but I've seen them like in documentaries or online doing their thing. So he was right. This is definitely slow burning. I think it's slower burning than my other incense that I have. So okay, good purchase. Well, on that note, I'm going to end this video. I'll catch you peeping Toms later. I never understand how you guys just sit there and not say anything. But yet you pop in my inbox and you want me to entertain a conversation with you, which I'm not doing. Now, I may do it with the person that I'm familiar with, that I've actually had exchanges with via my social media, like in my live videos. But I don't get it. If you have a person here live, right, and you say, oh, well, do you have a contact information? How can I reach you? How can I contact you? This is how you can contact me right when I go live. And I go live probably at least twice a week, depending on what's happening during that week. Sometimes it's more frequent. Sometimes it's every day. So just some food for thought. But on that note, I'll catch you guys later. And we'll see. If I do go to the festival today, I may bring you guys with me. But I'm going to go with a plan in mind, right? I'm not overspending. I'm just going to go and pick up a few items. One being the chair. I definitely want to go back and get that chair. I don't think she sold it. And then I want to get a plate of jerk chicken. That's it. That's it. But no. Catch you guys later. Love you guys.